Hey guys! So today's gonna be a quick video. I'm just gonna be replacing the terminals on my Z and probably the battery as well. I've had issues with it dying for a while now and I'm always having to jump it, or I will charge the battery and it will work for a little bit but then it starts dying again, or it's a hit or miss sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't even charge at all. The terminals on this car are pretty old, but I'm pretty sure the battery is just old as well. Regardless, I'm still going to take the battery off and take it to the store with me so they can read the voltage, but I kind of already have it made up in my head that I'm going to buy a battery anyways. I did also want to make a video just to update you guys on what's been happening and what I've been doing with the car, but it is 7 right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get this battery taken out and go to the store, get those new terminals, and then I'll come back, and while I'm putting that on, I'll go ahead and talk to you guys about everything else. So this is the battery and the terminals, and as you guys can see, those are pretty worn out. I jumped inside of the car really fast just to show you guys. I haven't put my interior back together after putting the hydro in, but I'll explain in a few minutes why I haven't. So as you can see, it seems to be working perfectly fine on accessory mode, but the moment I try to turn the car over, it just cranks and then stops. Hopefully that is the last time I have to deal with this, and taking care of that terminal and battery will solve this issue. So I'm back from AutoZone. I bought these copper battery cable lugs specifically to replace this black one right here. I also bought some terminals and corrosion prevention. I have my battery right over here. So they did hook it up. They said it was dead, and they did tell me that they could charge it, but it would probably take a while. But like I said, that battery was getting pretty old, so I just decided to go ahead and get a new one. Go ahead and just ignore my messy background. So I have all my stuff here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I really just wanted to make this video and just kind of update you guys on what's been going on. So for those who don't follow me, I had mentioned that I wanted to start a YouTube, and I specifically wanted to start that this year, 2022. But we are now in March. I anticipated for my first video to be my hydro installation, for those who also follow my page and see that I have done that. So I did go ahead and record myself doing the whole installation. I'm not 100% done with it. Really, the only thing I need to do is just put my interior kind of back together. However, after I had finished the hydro, I had actually gone around the corner and was just kind of ripping on the hydro, trying to test out and see if it was working. And I ended up ripping a ribbon cable that is connected to the AC control panel on the inside of the car. So I didn't know that that cable controlled the AC in there, or the fans at least. So the front fans on the car, sorry, I just heard something move. So now the fans on the front of the car won't turn off, and it's just blasting hot air. I haven't been wanting to take the car anywhere because of that. It's just always blasting hot air into my face. I did go ahead and order a new ribbon cable off of eBay, and that came in already. I just haven't made the time to replace that. So once I get that ribbon cable replaced, I can go on with the Dremel and just make some cuts to my interior and put everything back together. However, as far as the footage itself, I had started editing the video and putting it all together. And just recently, I actually lost the iPhone that I had all the video and was editing everything on. I'm not too bummed out about it, just because I had actually just uploaded everything to my iCloud like a week before I lost it, except for like maybe 200 files of stuff that I had recorded recently. I did lose all of that stuff, but everything else I was able to back up. Those recent files were mostly just videos that I had recorded. They were actually sponsorship videos, so I'm a little bit bummed out that I took the time to make those videos and I just kind of lost them, but it's not a big deal. I can just go ahead and re-record those. I did reach out to my sponsors and I just kind of let them know what happened, and they're super understanding. It's not like it's the end of the world. Other than that, I didn't really lose too much. One of the good things I guess that came out of this was I did upgrade to an iPhone 13 Pro Max. I believe that's what this is. So I've been debating on switching over to iPhones for a few years now. Basically my whole life I've had an Android. I really like the features on Androids, but I really love the cameras on iPhones. As you can tell on my page, I started uploading a lot of more better quality pictures and video would be thanks to the iPhone 8 that I was using. Now I have this iPhone 13, so I'm really excited to get a lot more better looking content for you guys. This ended up being my replacement slash early birthday present, so I'm really excited about this. So basically, with me having to re-record my videos, I didn't want to have to deal with the whole trying to jump the Z just to move it around. I decided now would be a good time to replace this. Not only that, but I am actually going to be going to a track at the end of this month on the 26th. I will be attending Cars and Anime at Apple Valley Speedway, so I'm super excited about that. That is actually my first time ever going to Apple Valley, so I am really nervous about that. I think for the most part, I'll do pretty decent once I get the hang of the track. I'm not used to drifting in really long roads, so that's definitely something new to me. I am a little bit nervous about the entry. The entry looks pretty long and it curves like right after you enter. I don't really know how to explain that. So it's basically straight and then it just curves, right? I've seen a lot of people enter, but they do it at really high speeds. Now, I've only ever drifted the car in third gear like once, and that was at my last drift event, which was also the first one I've ever gone to at Flavor Express. And with the entry, you had to enter in third gear because after you came around the corner, you needed to have the speed to keep it going. Otherwise, the car would just straighten out. A lot of my friends have gone there a few times and have been going there for years. I just always thought it was a little bit too far for me. From my house, it is like 160 miles from here. I think the GPS right now says that it would take 2 hours and like 40 minutes for me to get there. So it is a little bit of a drive. I haven't been wanting to take the car out ever since I painted it pink. I think it just calls a lot of attention, especially without a front bumper right now. And regardless, even for the future, I think I'm just gonna stick to drifting at tracks. I don't want to risk getting pulled over, getting a ticket, whatever. It's not worth it. So I think I'm just gonna save it for the track now. This is also going to be my first time really using the hydro. Like I had mentioned, I had just kind of took it outside to test it, but I haven't really like took it drifting and used it. So I'm really excited to see how it feels and if I can get the hang of it pretty fast. I have watched tons of drifters and YouTubers. I think I have a pretty decent understanding of how to use it, but of course, who knows, I have to actually put it to the test and try it out, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm not too bad. I will also be towing the car up there. I do have confidence in the car making it all the way up there. However, I don't really have a lot of confidence in it making it back. I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm just gonna go ahead and trailer it up there and trailer it back down. That way, if anything breaks down or I just don't have decent enough tires, I can come back in a comfortable car and not have to worry about trying to figure something out or get my car running just to get back home. So yeah, towing will be the move. So I think I got this on here okay for the most part. I think that's about it for right now. So no more iPhone 8 for me, but like I said, luckily I have my iPhone 13 now. I don't really have too much else to say for right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this up and I'll get back to you guys in a minute. I have not attempted to take this off just yet, so I'm gonna see how long it takes me to get this off and replace the positive. Oh my god. Definitely stuck. I don't know if I should be putting WD-40 on this, but I'm gonna try my best to not make a mess. Just gonna leave that there. I got the positive one off. Now I'm just going to be using the little like locking nut that it came with, just because the one that I had took off, this one kind of fell somewhere in here. So I'm gonna try to look for it in a second, but if not, I think I'm gonna have to keep this one for right now. So I thought I had lost it, but it's actually inside of my socket. Okay, so I lied. So I think this is slightly a tiny bit bigger. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and put this one back on, and I'll probably just go to Home Depot tomorrow and find the proper nut for this. All right, so I got both clamps on. I'm just gonna go ahead and crimp the negative one down real quick. Okay, I think this should be good enough. It doesn't look like it's moving around or gonna go anywhere. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the battery put in here. I was kind of struggling there for a sec, but I got the battery on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hook up the cables now. Alright, so I got everything nice and tightened. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hop in the car and hopefully she finally turns on the first try. Okay, so I'm in the car now. Last thing I need to do is just turn her over and hopefully it turns on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous because I don't know when was the last time I used the Z without getting a jump start. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure it's on neutral. I'm just gonna set my phone here for right now. Now for the moment that I've been waiting for. I'm like super excited, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it one more time to show you guys. It's a little bit loud in here, but I don't know if you guys can hear the fans. So these front ones are just blasting hot air, and that is because of this ribbon cable that I accidentally messed up. Like I said, I was trying to rip the car and this was just kind of dangling here, so that got kind of messed up. But yeah, so there is that. I'm super excited to finally be able to drive the car around without having to jump start at first. Plus, this was something that needed to get done because I didn't want to have to rely on someone at the track to jump my Z every time I want to get back out there. So yeah, there is that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I was so excited yesterday that I totally forgot to put on the little corrosion preventers, so I went ahead and just took care of that today.